Hi everybody, it's Roy again. I've got a fantastic guy with me today. Rescued us yesterday, definitely. Nick Pruce, who's the main man, or one of the main men at MPR, which is our local IT company. We've been using them for, I think we've been using you guys, must be 7 years, I think. I think for my first year of evolution, I tried to kind of cobble through, and like most people do when they set up a business, but I got to know Andy Ransley, who's one of the founding people, still there working with you. So Nick, tell us who you are, what you are, and why we're chatting. Crack on, my friend.
Cheers, Roy. Well, as you've already said, my name's Nick. I work for MPR IT Solutions. We're an IT service, managed service provider out of Ashford in Kent. As Roy said, we've been working with Roy for quite some time. I've known Roy for quite some time. Funny enough, I rented a flat off of you many years ago and a house.
Certainly did.
And actually helped plaster his conservatory as well, which is quite strange.
That you did, a man of many skills and talents you are. Well done, mate.
they all joke at work because I've done everything in my life. Anyway. We're a managed service provider. We offer first, second and third line support solutions to, many businesses in Kent and London and the South East, as you well know, Roy.
Yeah.
We've got lots of feathers in our cap. We've got another side of the business, which is technical services, and we do on-site work, so CCTV, access control, data cabling, wireless bridges. We do phone systems. I know that this isn't an interview for me to pitch our company, we do a hell of a lot.
But it's to find out who you are, because I think quite a lot of the time particularly for MPR, using you guys as an example, you've rescued us on many, many occasions with sort of problems we've had, or we've had to make quick decisions, new laptops. Yesterday we were just mentioning Andrew, the sales manager, had a problem with his laptop, managed to sort of just phone through to you guys. It's a 24-hour support system we've subscribed to. And it was something really, really simple, like there was too much dust on the fan on the laptop. So you've guided him, he's fixed that with a hairdryer and managed to grab a compressor, cleaned it all up, it's all working fine. So I think what I want to try and get across to people locally is that I quite often see on Facebook people saying, I've got a problem with my laptop and it doesn't work. If you've got General Joe blogs, sat at home and, I don't know, they're trying to do some account works and they've got a problem with the computer, can they contact you and get it fixed and you guide them? I know you're obviously, it's not a free service, but if they're not subscribed to a full-on, like we are, kind of monthly package, can people come to you?
Yeah, of course they can, Roy. As a business, we focus on our, what we class our goal to support customers like yourself, the guys that have a service with us on a monthly basis, and we're there at the drop of a hat for you. But that doesn't mean to say that Mr. and Mrs. Smith down the road that are currently in the situation where we're all sitting isolated at home with a problem with their Wi-Fi or a device that doesn't work. Absolutely, give us a shout.
Fantastic.
Like many businesses, we've got some staff that are furloughed. Of course we have, because demand was very high at the beginning. It sort of sloped off a bit for our services because a lot of people weren't working. But we're seeing a surge of people coming back to work now, Roy, and realising that they can do their job and they can function and quite often more productively from home. I'm a bouncy accounts and sales guy. You know me, you've known me for a long time, and someone like me bouncing around the office, I can maybe distract myself sometimes, distract my colleagues. When I'm at home,
Snap. I do the same.
I'm just with me, I'm getting so much more done, and so are our clients, and they're realising that and coming back to work. So, but yeah, the answer to your question is absolutely. They can call us on our number, drop us an email, whatever they want.
So what I'll do, guys, Nick's there, the whole team, the part of the team can pretty much cover anything that you need within sort of certain parameters at the moment. But what I'll do, Nick, is before we disappear right at the very end of the call, I'll get all the right contact details from you, and I'll put it on the comments box as well so people can reach you and get hold of you. So that's quite interesting then. So there's companies like ourselves, we class ourselves as a small local business. You're a much larger local business, but you cover up to big companies and even down to kind of, if I was just, I don't know, just working normally and just needed some help with my laptop. So that's a full range across the spectrum of what you guys can support with.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, as you say, although you're a small local business, you do a lot round our local area. So although you're small in terms of size and people, sometimes the demand is high.
Yeah.
But we deal with small companies right up to very, very big. I'm not going to sit here and name drop, but yeah, so some
No,
some very
that's
prestigious businesses in
so
the UK.
it gives, yeah, because when we talk to, as I say, we talk to a lot of sort of individual landlords, sellers, and that, and they get problems. So that'd be interesting. They know that they can contact you rather than, I mean, not trying to shut sort of Curry's outlet of PC World, whatever it's called nowadays. But if they want that personal touch, local, drop it in, sort it out. You guys are there. That's fantastic. So one of the things I keep picking up a lot of chatter about is we're all working from home. As you said, you know where I am. I'm now working from home. We started the business working from home. Do you feel that there's going to be more people, and maybe feedback you've had, that more people now are going to do more work from home rather than sort of be purely office based moving forward?
I think for some time, you know, the industry, when I say the industry, I'm talking more software focused, IT focused, all this kind of stuff. A lot of people have been realizing they can work from home seamlessly, and have been for quite some time before this crisis. But I think the people and the companies and the business owners that were maybe a little nervous about that, whether they can potentially trust staff working from home, whether, you know, staff will be as productive, are now realizing with the right guidance and mentorship from the right people in their businesses, they could probably, you know, increase more, you know, more of this working from home with their people, you know, less environmental impact, you know, less office space needed. If you're renting office space, this kind of stuff potentially,
Yeah,
it has got quite good impacts on the business. I mean, there are sometimes downfalls. You need
of
that
course.
personal touch. You need to be able to sit at a boardroom table and have a meeting with people. But like what we're doing now, Roy, you know, it's
Virtual.
I'm sitting in front of you, and we can chat like we would be if we were sitting in front of each other, except we're not infecting each other if we were infected, you know.
Yeah, of course, and I think that's something. I mean, I've always said when we launched Evolution 8 years ago, we always wanted to ensure that we were. I think for people that aren't IT literate, so to speak, cloud based. Okay, it's not a frightening thing. A lot of technical stuff out there people get scared of. I think one of the biggest things that I think people don't take into account, and again, Nick, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the small individual users, home users, don't have things like the right malware put on their computers and stuff, the support that's naturally running in the background, which I know you guys do for us. But do you get quite a lot of calls coming in from people saying my computer's just not doing stuff that I've downloaded, or I've picked the wrong site? Is there still lots of that going around? I mean, obviously we don't suffer with it because you guys protect us and look after us, but do you get a lot of that still from individual users?
I mean, even with existing customers, although we, you know, we support them and we protect them, because obviously this has been thrust on everybody so quickly, what a lot of companies have realized very quickly is their infrastructure maybe doesn't support sending 200 workers home to access their servers, their data, their encrypted files. You know, there's a lot that goes along with that. So yes, I mean, we've you know, we're helping people work from home, helping them get up and working from home.
Yeah,
You know, the people that don't have to access their servers, etc., that they still need the assistance with, like you said, malware protection, virus protection, even
yeah,
down to things like how to use things like Zoom, Teams,
yeah.
WebEx. People
I'm
aren't
learning.
used to it. Well, yeah, I think we all are, Roy. You know, even some of the seasoned IT professionals are learning new tricks, tips, you know, on how to be more efficient at home, and the systems that they can use, from Microsoft products to Google products, whatever, you know,
Yeah.
their liking of products, you know.
Gotcha. I mean, for us, it's, as I said, we launched our business 8 years ago. We did it on the back of, I wanted to be kind of effectively cloud-based. It's nothing frightening. It's better than having servers, I think, for our system. And we've obviously, as a company, I would say benefited from this, because that would certainly be the wrong thing to say. But we've benefited from having that network there. And I think more importantly, having the support of you guys there, helping us set up, putting the out of office emails on, and so on and so on. And I have to say, I mean, for people that are watching this, when we, our main use now with you guys, Nick, is particularly when we have a change of staff member. So I know for a fact I can just email in straight into support. I give them all the details of the staff member, what date they're starting, which computer they're going. You guys just get on with it, which it frees me up. I'm going to worry about things like that, you know. And that's what we want. Is I think it's just that local knowledge, people helping out. I've got that trust that I know you guys, even if you have got access to all my computer in the background, I trust a company that is going to do it and has done it right. And that would be the reason that we've got the continued relationship. So how are you finding it personally, though? How are you experiencing it? Because you had something pretty bad yesterday. Go on, give us a quick spin on what happened, Nick. We're gonna go on, tell us.
Nothing too bad, but
Oh yeah.
It's actually a good story, and it's a good story about how well I feel the NHS are doing for us. 3 days ago, I broke my tooth. So two and a half days ago, I called my dentist, and obviously they're closed, like 99% of dentists at the moment. But I left a message. They called me back 10 minutes later to say that, look, unfortunately, they can't see us because of the COVID-19 crisis. But what they'll do is, as soon as the government have launched the emergency dental NHS service in each area, they'd let me know. So I thought, oh, I'm going to be waiting for weeks here. About another half a day after that, I got another call from the dentist, just triaging me over the phone again. Said, right, we're going to send all the details to the NHS. Sent the details to the NHS. Half a day later, I got a phone call again, asking me to come in 45 minutes to get sorted.
Wow.
I couldn't get there that quickly. So I explained, that obviously we're key workers, we're helping people work from home, et cetera, and I just can't get there that fast. When else could you see me? They moved their next appointment around. They moved someone to that day and gave me a 9 a.m. appointment the next day. So I was one of the first people to walk into Pennypot Dental in Ashford, and thank you guys for being there for me. Had an emergency extraction yesterday of one of the largest molars at the back of my mouth, alleviating a lot of pain. But it's more from my point of view, 3 days from breaking my tooth, reporting it to the dentist, getting a phone call and being seen in the NHS. And I must admit, I was very safe while I was there. They took every precaution. Out the door, and now I feel absolutely fine. So
there's no real time out of work.
That is clap for the dentist too.
Brilliant. So we'll be out there tonight, 8 o'clock. Well, actually, on Thursday night, sorry, 8 o'clock, giving them a sort of like, my kids get out there, they bang the saucepans and everything. And it's nice. I think what's really nice now, I noticed last week when we stood out, the last time we did it, it was still daylight. So you could actually see your neighbours. Whereas the first week, we couldn't, it was dark and you weren't sure. So that's a brilliant story. I mean, not just for your company at MPR IT, but also how the NHS are adapting. I think we've all got to adapt, haven't we, Nick? We've all got to learn from this. We're all here for each other. I'm talking to a lot of clients, just chatting. And I think that's the key thing. So, well, listen, Nick, massively appreciate your time today. I know obviously that little bit of pain you're in now. No, I couldn't do it. Crikey, I'll be crying in the corner in a minute. But no, it's nice to hear good stories as well of how the NHS have adapted and what they've done to support you as well. So, no, brilliant. Well, listen, Nick, you stay safe. Say hi to the rest of the guys in the team. Obviously, I can't talk to each and every one of them today, but we'd be lost without you guys. And sort of talking to people out there that are watching this at a minute, whatever issues you got, computer-wise, etc. MPR, definitely the go-to local company. We can't recommend you guys highly enough. So well done, mate, and thank you for your time.
Yeah, and thanks for giving us a shout, Roy. And you stay safe yourself, and love to the family.
And to you, buddy. All right, Nick, take care, mate. Cheers.